An all-points bulletin was issued yesterday for Stephen Dye Stubbs, and this evening he is in police custody. Authorities say he was arrested just after 1 o'clock today, and they're thanking the public for their help in finding him. Stubbs is being questioned in relation to a number of serious crimes. Meantime, Julian Colley, alias Heads of Nassau Village, is still at large. Police wanted to question the pair in connection with a nightclub shooting, which left 8 people injured, one of them fatally. Passport office employees were forced out of their building this morning as smoke filled the office. Firefighters rushed to the scene with 2 fire engines to put a damper on what could have been a catastrophe. But fortunately, when they arrived there, they found that things weren't as bad as they could be. Sergeant Alfonso Lewis explains.
We met light smoke emanating from the northern section of the generator that is located in the southwestern section of the property on the exterior. However, we believe what happened here is that the generator might have overheated and the oil, which is residue, is giving off light smoke at this time.
The results of that National Insurance Board poll have been revealed. On Friday, union members participated in a no-confidence vote against the board executives, but in particular Director Algernon Cargill. The 2 unions representing staff came together for the poll, claiming that they are fed up with his leadership style. Acting President Winston Moss shared the outcome.
And over 80% of the persons who participated in that voting process indicated that they had no confidence. So therefore, we are now going to sit down and decide how we use that information going forward.
And after those results, what's the next step?
Well, our restructuring going on at the National Insurance Board at a very high level, and we are hoping that we are able to have this information presented to the powers that be, and if there's any further reconstructing to go on, we're hoping to actually put our case to our new minister.
Now, ZNS News got a response from Director of NIB, Algernon Cargill, who pointed out that there are some 500 employees at NIB and only 200 of them participated in the vote. He also noted that the performance of the board over the last 3 years speaks to his leadership, explaining that there's been a transformation there along with new initiatives and service improvements. Cargill also said it wasn't until last week that questions were raised about his leadership style. The National Congress of Trade Unions honoring Franklin Carter, a veteran unionist and first vice president of the NCTBU and past president of the Airport, Airline, and Allied Workers Union. Unionists and workers reflected on Mr. Carter's work in the labor movement, in particular his development of the role of men in the trade union in the Bahamas. Minister of Labor, the Honorable Shane Gibson, applauded Mr. Carter for his tireless service as a former unionist himself. Mr. Gibson told the gathering that it's fitting for the NCTU to use Labor Week to celebrate the work of Mr. Carter.
Trade union colleagues, brothers and sisters, the decision of the NCTU Executive Board to pay tribute to present and past leaders by honoring them in Labor Week activities is an accurate illustration of the old Chinese proverb which states, "Give me my flowers while I live." Placing Frank in the same category as your past honorees, such as Leroy Duke Hanna, Patrick Bain, Willamette Bridgewater, and Teresa Hyler, highlights the remarkable contributions that he has made to the growth and development of our beloved Bahama land.
Minister Gibson says to date, Mr. Carter is one of the most respected Bahamian professionals of his generation.
Frank, as he is affectionately known in the labor movement throughout our country and throughout the region, has touched many lives over the years and has helped to shape and mold some of today's contemporary male and female trade union leaders, both at home and abroad. One cannot say Frank is a man of few words, but I can say that his words are always true, timely, and wise.
Welcome to tonight's edition of the Business Beat, sponsored by Royal Fidelity. Good evening, Bahamas. I'm Altaviz Munnings. Let's take a look at what's making business news today.
$20 million annually in lost revenues have been incurred by the public treasury on the proper control of tobacco imports and excise tax collection on such products. That announcement made this morning during Prime Minister Perry Christie's 2012-2013 budget communication in the House of Assembly. Grand Bahama Port Authority officials are pleased with what seems to be sparks of activity in the Grand Bahama economy. According to Port Authority President Ian Roll, despite the harsh economic environment Grand Bahama has been aced with, numerous individuals are forging ahead with goals of opening new businesses. In international business, the European Central Bank has said that none of the 8 countries, including Bulgaria, Lithuania, Poland, and Sweden, that are supposed to join the euro are ready yet. The verdict comes amid growing fears over the future of the currency itself amid the worst crisis it has faced. And in regional business, Guyana's junior finance minister and former Ethnic Relations Commission chairman, Bishop Juan Edgehill, revealed that the commission's staff members are yet to be paid for May. He noted that if an entity doesn't have money, it is virtually collapsed or brought to a standstill. Remember, you can send us an email or join us on www.znsbahamas.com or become our friend on ZNS's official Facebook page.
And that will end tonight's edition of the Business Beat, sponsored by Royal Fidelity. I'm Altaviz Munnings. Thanks so much for watching.
It's time for today's Doctor's Hospital Health Tip. With allergy season and pollen counts higher than normal, you may be hearing more God bless yous than normal. You can't completely avoid seasonal allergens, but you can reduce your signs and symptoms and minimize your exposure with these simple reminders. Close doors and windows when pollen counts are high. Use air conditioning in your house and car. Air conditioning cleans, cools, and dries the air, but be sure to change the filters monthly. Stay indoors on dry, windy days. The best time to go outside is after a good rain, which helps to clear the pollen from the air. Use a dehumidifier to reduce indoor humidity. Use allergy-proof covers on your mattresses, box springs, and pillows. Wash your sheets and blankets weekly in water heated to at least 130 degrees Fahrenheit. Spring cleaning is also good for reducing allergens. Vacuum carpets weekly with a vacuum cleaner equipped with a HEPA filter. Consider removing carpeting, especially where you sleep, if you're highly sensitive to dust mites. Think twice about letting your pet sleep on your bed or on your couch, as pollen clings to pet fur. Still suffering? You may want to talk to your doctor about allergy medications to help control your signs and symptoms.